Tyler Scaife, and we'll go ahead and open it to questions.
Tyler, take us through, they make a basket with 8 seconds to go. Take us through the last 8 seconds.
I just knew that we had to get down the floor and score, so I just ran down the court and went up with a layup and went in. We're happy that we went in.
Was it just broken floor? Was there anybody in your way? They never stopped ball.
Well, it was 2 people in front of me, and first of all, I split them. They just left it open too wide, and as I was going down, I just took 2 long steps and just slid through them and hit the layup. I can't remember.
Just talk about your freshman season. Great way to cap it.
It's been great. These are a great group of ladies that I've been playing with. We have great coaching staff and everything, so. I mean, it's just been fun and real fun girls to be around. I'm just happy that we finished the season off like this.
Coach, what was the difference between the first half and the first 19 minutes and 40 seconds in the second half?
What was the difference between the first half and what?
The first 19 minutes and 50 seconds in the second half.
I mean, you could about know that that team, UTEP, was going to settle down and begin to attack more. And they started extending their press. The zone press. So it made it a lot more difficult. We wanted to still score. We weren't rushing to do that, but we became a bit tentative because there's one thing when you have a score, and it's another thing when you try to protect the score versus you still continue to attack to win. So I think that probably that in combination with them really extending that pressure. And I wish we had done better. But it's great. Anyway, shaking. I'm just happy that we're done. We got it together. But didn't get a chance to practice much, and that was it. It was the extension of the pressure. On the other hand, I thought that they folded a bit when we started pressing them at a 3/4 quarter full court pressure situation. The same thing with the zone. So we, as our team was saying, we're pulling all things out. So whether it's a 55, which is our full court press, whether it's a 3-2, we haven't done that in some time. 2-3, most people wouldn't do that simply because they zone, because they shoot it so well. But I thought that because we were playing in the lanes and just creating a better situation for us, it was a great strategic game, and I'm glad that we won.
Just talk about the second half. You had to step up and hit some big shots. Is that something you look forward to?
Yes, in the first half, I was off. I think I was a little too anxious forcing some shots, so I had to calm down in the second half. And, my teammates just kept encouraging me, and my shots started falling, and I just got into my rhythm. They did a good job of finding me open too. So.
Kalia, is that your name, Kalia or Caleb? Kalia. The first half, the crowd came out and was so into it. Did you feel you kind of had to step up and make some big shots early to kind of settle things down?
Yeah, we wanted to come out and just push the ball up the floor and do the things that we know we were capable of doing. And we knew we played in crowds like this. We played at Louisville, we played at Connecticut, so we were prepared for this. So it was just no different than any other time.
How does this crowd compare to some of those?
It felt like Louisville, but it was pretty much the same. It was just really loud, and it was just what it was.
Could you talk just about Tyler and her play today, and just her play throughout the season?
Tyler, she's been a really incredible freshman for us. She stepped it up big time. She struggled. Coach is always on her. Coach wants her to be so much better, and it's good that she really understands that that Coach wants her to be better. She never quits, and she never gave up on us, and she always just came to play for us, and we're just happy to have her.
Coach, you mentioned in the past that you believe this team was a quality NCAA team. Can you talk about how fitting this win is, and this is a very young team, how this will help the team for the season?
Well, first of all, I think that let's give credit to UTEP, the great crowd, the outstanding team, and the great coaching job. They really should be credited. They really, truly are an outstanding team. And I think that easily UTEP could have been an NCAA team, but and so many others. But what's most important, I thought that we probably got the greatest experience of them all. because I don't think that it could be rougher than that. I know that it can't be rougher than that in the Final Four because I've gone to three or four of them. So with that said, to stay on the road, we've been on the road for 8 days. Normally, you go, a week and you play 2 games, you go home and you rest and you get it together. But we've been on the road, believe me. So we're logging on big miles. I went to the hotel we were in next. We were in one hotel last night and then we stayed in another hotel last night. It's been a mess, but and I actually have to admit that I tried to fool Brianna Canny because after we won in South Florida, she said, "Coach, I'm really tired." And I said, "I know we all are." I said, "But I think we're going to go home after this." And I was thinking, I don't know if we're going to go home. Right? But I figured that once we won, she would be able to get the energy to go, to know that we go on. So we know that the journey was not going to be long. This was the longest journey that there could possibly be. This was the most that you would see. I wouldn't say hostile. I'd just say a great basketball crowd that was not supportive of us. Okay? So, but I think that through the course of this year, as this group is young, we've pulled out those games that are within seconds, tenths of a second. So we've pulled those games out and they stuck together and didn't give up on each other. And when you do that, then it's a great starting block for where we're going to be next year when we bring everybody back in with some additional new people that I think can really help us. So it was great.
What's it like ending a year and not having to say goodbye to a senior?
You know what? And that is the greatest feeling of them all. And I really mean that because I'm too emotional and I can't handle that. So it's beautiful. I'm just happy that everybody's back. We have a lot of good things to look forward to. But somewhat, even today, or yesterday, I was trying to think about if some of them were seniors, how I could handle that. And I don't know that I can because, as you know, we sort of stumbled as Scarlet Knights, who we have been. We've been, on that point. We've been an Elite Eight, Sweet 16 team for a number of years. These young people, and then we fell. So this group has been able to restore our honor and show what it means to be a Scarlet Knight. And to be a Scarlet Knight, you have to have a great heart. Great desire, and great determination. And so I know that the Scarlet Knights all over the country, and in particular me as a coach and this coaching staff is extremely grateful for this opportunity to win a national championship. So I wonder, is anybody from WNIT here? Okay, I need to get them here because I want to know where the banner is. Big banner. National champions, period.
Coach, can you talk about I know you said you had 12,000 rooting against you, but was this a championship-like atmosphere and environment to host an NIT final?
What are you talking about? Yeah, this is, you know what? In fact, this is better than a championship atmosphere for this reason. They won't forget this. And the reason why I said that, I was sharing with them that, like when you're playing at the Final Four, when we played LSU, Tennessee, Rutgers, and North Carolina, okay? But a quarter of each of those fans are from different places. So you don't have just one group like that. And what this group just now experienced is the entire group. Everybody, nobody, we only had 8 people from the Scarlet Knights, and they only had 8. But that's all they needed, those fans and the 10 people that were on the bench. So that was just a real fitting occasion for us. So. This was a great atmosphere, and I understand that a lot of my friends that are at the Final Four had called to say that they were going to watch the game, and I would venture to say that they probably, no question about it, they'll enjoy this game far better than the games that they're going to see at the NCAAs. Trust me, when you see that. These are 2 great teams, and not to minimize anyone. It's just outstanding basketball.
We have time for one more question.
Coach, can you talk about kind of explaining over the course of the season and how much she's improved?
Who? Tyler's improved a lot. She knows that I would continue to talk about what she needs, what she continues to need. Where are you from? Oh, okay. I thought you had gotten him from Arkansas. No, what I was trying to find out real quick is this was the ultimate test. I think that when we have dreams and goals and we hope to be at a certain spot, it's not enough to want those things. You have to understand that if we're fortunate enough, then the events that take place before you get there are things that probably should have and would have taken place in order to be there. So we passed the test throughout. Now what I needed to see is I was wondering, how is Tyler going to handle this? Actually, how is Kalia as a how are any of these young people going to handle the pressures and expectations of another team with legitimate players? And I thought they handled it well. If you look at the first game that we played this year at Northeastern in Massachusetts, there were maybe 200, maybe 1,000 little kids. They were screaming, and we had a 20-point lead. You would think that we were down by 50. You know, we were just like rattled and doing crazy things. So what we want to try to do is block out, have ice water in our veins, know how to execute, know how to get it done. And I'm just grateful. I'm looking forward to just relaxing. These guys just relaxing, taking a break. Thank God we're going to get in a nice warm bed, get some nice food, and go home and just be happy, and then wait for that banner that's going to come.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Great environment.